All right, this is Metalhead's Perspective. Back with another video. We got BAND-MAID. New song, Unleash. Greatest band on earth. What else is there to say? BAND-MAID new outfits, BAND-MAID new music video, BAND-MAID new song. Just, there's, I appreciate them so much. I mean, they look so good in their new outfits. Yeah, subtle changes, but I mean, for for the big fans, they'll pick up on all these changes. My favorite outfit change has to be Akane's. She looks incredible with her hair down like that. Anyways, I can't even tell you how many times I've heard this song. 100. I'm responsible for at least 100 views on their main channel, and then another 100 on Spotify, and then another 100 on YouTube Music. Just I listen to it everywhere. I've watched all the reaction videos to it. I'm actually going to link Wave's video and Ryan's video down in my description. I'm not going to break down the video the way they did. I did see a lot of the Easter eggs on my initial first listen. I even commented in the original video, some stuff I spotted out that you guys really attached on to in Wave's video. We got like them in while in this video, we got them in opposing music videos, Domination, Blooming for Psyche, stuff like that I pointed out. And just really cool video full of cool little Easter eggs. I've sparked some debate in some of the reaction channels asking what the Dan part means. It's Dan exclamation point, Dan exclamation point. It's not Dan one word, and I know they all have different meanings. It could just be a play on words. It could just, the translation's kind of difficult, so who knows? I've heard 4 different answers. Everybody has their own interpretation. It seems like everybody has their own interpretation on what the music video means, their journey through their careers, what happened through COVID, this, that, and the other thing, but I think the best thing we can take away from everybody's opinions is that they wrote it in a way that gets a conversation started. It gets us talking. We can draw our own feelings and opinions from the music, and I think that's the most important thing from music that you can take is somebody next to you might not have the same interpretation as you, and that is okay. I do have my own take on it. I do think it's more along the lines of what they struggled with through COVID and their battle playing live and stuff like that. But I've heard others that I can respect, and I agree with you. It's very well could be interpreted different ways. From the beginning, from Thrill and that song going viral in America, and them having a chance to, there's all kinds of things that you could draw from this song and from the video. And I love the art direction they took in this. I, you know, it's just this song. I always say the next BAND-MAID song always elevates BAND-MAID to the next level. They don't, but as you start your BAND-MAID journey, you know that there is no limit to this band. They just, with every release, you're just taken back by their expertise at this music. It's so good. I mean, incredible. Anyways, I digress. I'm done ranting. Let's get into the music video. That's what we're all here for. How many times could it guys and then I say come down? Listen to how heavy that is. That's one of the things that impressed me most about this song. Sorry, 16 seconds into it, and I paused. I'm not going to break down too much of this. There's a lot more talented reactors and musicians that have fully broke down this video and what we're hearing. And I'll leave it to them. I'll like I said, I'll link their YouTubes in my description. But this part in particular, listen to this. It has a heaviness to it that I wasn't expecting. It just I don't know. I just was not, for some reason. They like playing on those higher strings, especially Konami, and when she goes into those other upper strings, and that just what blew my mind the most, and just the feel of these riffs right here were just really heavy. I was like, holy, that is heavy for them. It's a little bit more, what am I looking for? A little bit more on the upper end of hard rock, almost metal riffs here in this part. Right here, just nice and grungy, really heavy. You hear Misa's just bass tone just cutting through. It is perfect. I just love how heavy it is for them. And the song you'll hear completely changes from this, to what we're going to be leading into here, but it's a roller coaster. The music video, the music, them, just to keep us on our toes, and I appreciate that from them. Oh my god, it's so good. One of the coolest parts of this entire... I love that it tells a bunch of stories, with them and their, different songs, you can see them in Blooming and Domination, and I think the other one is... Oh, I can't even remember. But they gave her fangs. I don't know if anybody else has caught that. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. They gave Psyche fangs. I'm gonna lose it. Anyways, they gave her fangs. Like she wasn't gold and mysterious enough, They gave her fangs. I bet so many people latched onto that and just fell in love, It's a what do you call it? The word has lost my mind, but it's a style that, people fantasize over, or whatever you want to call it. I know there's a word for it. Anyways, when I seen that, I was like, oh gosh, some people are going to be in some trouble when they see them fangs. Oh, it made me laugh. There's visual cues all over the place. You'll see Akane with a banana. She got her flask. She's got dye. Did she dye her? I haven't I can't tell in this photo, but did she dye her hair? Are they just giving her a color that she turns into later in the video? But she's got the Angry Larry PRS 35th anniversary. Sick guitar. I think this is my favorite PRS she has. I highly go recommend looking up some images to this guitar. The color, depending on what angle you're looking at, can go anywhere from like a crimson to like a pink, like a dark pinkish pearl color. Oh, it's a phenomenal looking guitar. It's beautiful. She teased it a little bit on her Instagram, but we get to see it in the actual video here, and it looks incredible. I'll try to pause and point it out, but it's my favorite PRS she has. Yeah. Anyways, let's get back into it. Sorry for pausing. Oh my god, you guys are gonna be so pissed at me at these pausing. But this tone in Konami's guitar, there's a really cool part where where was it? The Gauging guys, when their initial reaction to the premiere to this, I think they break down the foot pedal that she uses to produce some of these tones that we're getting out of her guitar. I found it very interesting what that thing was able to do. I'll even link that video down in the description because they have a way better way of telling you guys what's going on in this music than I do. Sick bass run. Oh, that heavy riff. I love it. Oh, it's so sick and catchy. Yeah, that down part was really controversial. I started a debate in a few reaction channels comment section trying to figure out what this part specifically meant. It seems like the general consensus is it's just a part for the audience to latch on and sing, that it didn't really have any real translation. Otherwise, we would have seen it in the video here. But, and a lot of people broke down how Miku traditionally writes songs. And the translation that I came up with was Dan. One translation I looked up was done. But you know, and then another one, you know, was Dan put together to form a different translation. And you know, anyways, it just, I'm sorry to those reactors because I did not mean to get anybody in any kind of argument or anything like that, but it really did on some reactors. It did. There was quite the debate going on. You know, good 10, 20 comments later, and people were still arguing what it actually means. I had to tell that because it made me laugh. I was just asking. I wanted to know. I wanted to know what it meant. I didn't know. I was like, what does Dan mean? It's kind of weird that they didn't translate it in the video, but anyways, let's continue. Psyche sounds so good. Just Misa's blurting out some bass lines right there. Listen to Psyche right here. Sick. Perfect stop right here. This is that Angry Larry guitar I was telling you guys about. Here, it kind of has that reddish, dark red, pink to it, like crimson. But in other light, this thing almost looks, like a purplish pink. Um, I just love that the whole how dark looking it is, from the neck, to the headstock. It's sick. And from what I don't know if I'm correct on this, but I did see in one comment section that Angry Larry was one of the Luthers for PRS, or a guitar designer or something like that. Again, I should have done some research, but I'm terrible. But yeah, absolutely sick. This is my favorite PRS guitar she has. And I just wanted to point that out to you. God, I love that explosion in the change right there. Oh, as anime characters, they look so adorable. It blew my mind when I seen this. I was like, awesome. I've heard a lot of references to, like, Sailor Moon and stuff like that. That art style. There's some subtle differences there, but I know they worked with a smaller animation studio, but they did a phenomenal job. I think they captured each one of the girls in their look and their nuances in the way they act and stuff perfectly in this. You can tell they did their homework and they worked alongside these girls to get that just right, because it is incredible. Sick. I know this is a controversial song. A lot of people were wondering what the direction of the music we were going to get. And I already knew that this song, and probably a lot of these songs we're going to get it on the EP, was kind of wrote in the same time as Sense and Corleum was. I think those two songs are going to be included on the EP. I think Hibana is not. I think it's like attached to like some video game organization, or competitive Call of Duty, or I can't remember, but that's probably why they're not going to include it. It was because it was wrote specifically for something. I'm not sure, but that was just my general consensus on that. But I already knew we were going to get a very Sense Corleum style song. I just had a feeling it was going to be very experimental, very new for them. I kind of guessed. I think it was on a previous video I talked about on one of the Instagrams. They had released an anime picture. I think it was of Miku in the Thrill set, and I was like, oh, are we gonna get, because just to even develop an image in that style is not, it takes an artist and some rendition and rendering and some talking it over with the girls. I'm sure it was commissioned. I was like, or it was fan art, but it was really good to be fan art. But there's some talented fans out there. Anyways, I was like, are we gonna get something along that style? And here we are. Will we get this again? Who knows? I think they did such a fantastic job here. I hope we get more of this animation. But who knows? Could have been a one-off project. Could be a story that they're going to tell later. Could be leading up to something bigger. I've heard a lot of rumors, all just speculation. But for this, it was perfect. I think it blew everybody away. I know a lot of people want older sounding ballads and this, that, and the other thing from but I'm glad they're branching out. I'm glad they're trying new things. I'm glad they're figuring out, you know, who they are as musicians, what they're capable of. Unseen World, you know, a lot of people didn't like the progressiveness of their music and how heavy it was, and but I think change is good. I think this is good for them. I think they will really have a lot of new sounds in their arsenal and a lot of new techniques and stuff that came about playing this type of music that will elevate them even further. They could go any direction they want. I'll still be here. I'll still support them. I'll still back them, and I'll still think it's the next best song, like I always do, and a lot of you will always do. Anyways, BAND-MAID Unleash. I'll have some links to Waves, Gauging Guys, and Ryan's YouTube channels, specifically their videos discussing this song and video and all the Easter eggs that are in it. I could easily make a long video talking about that stuff, but I am not. I'm just gonna appreciate the music and let those guys do what they're good at. You know, that's why they have the subscriber count and they put out videos every day, because they just they're there for it. Anyways, have a good one and stay metal.